Welcome back to San Diego People. I'm Lauren Finney. There are a lot of amazing nonprofits in San Diego that contribute to our community, but how do we rank against other cities across the country? Here to help us understand more about San Diego's philanthropic culture is Lisa Ritchie, the incoming president for the Association of Fundraising Professionals. Lisa, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
How much do San Diego's nonprofits really rely on the philanthropy of our citizens here? I would imagine it's quite a bit.
It is. Thanks for asking that. Our nonprofits, and we have about 10,800 nonprofits in San Diego, and they rely on average about 44% of their revenue comes from contributions. So it's very close to half.
That's a large percentage.
It's a huge amount, huge amount.
So really, I mean, without the work of organizations like yours and individuals deciding that it is important to them and to their community to give back, it would be a much different situation and culture within our community.
It definitely would. I mean, from saving children's lives to scientific research institutions finding cures for all kinds of diseases, helping seniors and the military. You know, it's just being sure to restock the oceans with fish so that we don't see the last wild tuna. You know, there are so many great causes, and people with resources have an opportunity to get connected with many of these different organizations, and it really helps them find purpose and meaning in life too.
I know I always say, and I hear it from other people who volunteer their time, talents, and treasures, which we've talked about, but it's just as much of an opportunity for us to learn and grow and experience good as it is for the causes that we're volunteering for.
It's true. I think it's a win-win. Everyone benefits.
Yeah. So when we look at San Diego and how we rank nationally among other philanthropic cities, how does San Diego rank?
Well, we were identified as the #1 most charitable organization by Charity Navigator just a few months ago, and they looked at a number of different factors, including how supportive the community is. And so we're doing pretty well. There are other communities that have more foundations. We've got some great foundations, the San Diego Foundation, the Jewish Community Foundation, but there are other communities with more foundations that give more per person when that's evaluated at that level. We do have some amazing philanthropists in our community that give so much, and it's also just tremendous. I think that 50%, nearly 50% of San Diegans do give to charitable organizations. So, and then on the other side of the coin, the charitable organizations employ about 100,000 San Diegans and contribute about $6 billion to our local economy in payroll.
Wow. How has that changed over the years? Have we seen a significant swing either way?
We have. Actually, the number of nonprofits is growing very rapidly. We've doubled in the last decade. So we only had about 5,000. The interesting thing, too, is that about 90% of them have budgets of under $1 million. So quite a few of the 10,000 are very small. And so as a fundraising professional, as the incoming president of the Association of Fundraising Professionals, I think we have a real opportunity not to just train the fundraising professionals, because some of these small organizations may not be able to hire them, but to train boards, a lot of the volunteer leaders in fundraising, and to train some of the program staff to fundraise, because some people are terrified of asking people for their support. And I always let them know it's really about connecting people to good causes.
And we talked a little bit about that in the last segment, really finding what's important to each individual and where they might receive the most benefit in giving back to a cause that's important to them.
Absolutely. That's so critical, is to talk to people and find out what really resonates with them. What are they passionate about? What do they care most about? And that's the important thing, is that face-to-face relationship building and trust that you develop by talking to people. And social media is a great way to promote causes.
That's certainly changed things over the last several years.
It really, really has. And there is more online giving, but it's actually only up to about 7%. It is growing very rapidly. So as a consultant in philanthropy, too, I always advise our clients, to replicate best practices. You know, practice what we know really works and stay current and integrate all the new approaches as well that are going to help your organization thrive.
And I know there are some sponsors that are important.
There are. We really want to thank UC San Diego as our presenting sponsor of National Philanthropy Day, and we want to thank San Diego Magazine as our signature event sponsor. We also want to thank the San Diego Business Journal for our gold level sponsorship, and lastly, Mission Federal Credit Union as our community champion. So all those organizations are pillars of the community and just great in terms of giving back.
Incoming president for the Association of Fundraising Professionals, thank you so much for all that you do. Appreciate it. That'll do it for this morning's edition of San Diego People. Join